Let's head out to Houston. Nikola Jokic not playing for the Denver Nuggets. The Rockets on a 9-game winning streak. Jamal Murray hot early, working inside. Gets the spin fadeaway jumper to go.
Jamal, you know, a couple of weeks ago, he won a couple of games for them, him and Jokic playing high pick and roll. And he's finally getting back to his old self in terms of being able to score the basketball. And it's right on time.
Jalen Green drains the three at halftime, tied at 57 apiece. We take you to the third quarter. How about this guy, Shanguini, Chan?
Boy, Shanguini is, boy, he different. And his
dropping
development is awesome. He just has this herky-jerky game with some sneaky hops. He is definitely one of the centerpieces for Houston.
He had his of the season tonight. Murray, he had himself a game. 39 points, Zeke, for Jamal Murray.
You know, it's that time of year, March Madness, and I think this is when the NBA picks up also. I think, you know, you see the good players now starting to crank it up, starting to get, you know, really focused and ready to go.
Steven Adams cuts inside for the dunk. Denver goes up by 9. Jalen Green driving in for the layup. And one, Chan.
And this kid, when he is efficient, and I think they have a record of 31-1 every time he scores 30, but not
Jamal
tonight.
Murray.
31-2.
A little too much for them to handle. The Denver Nuggets take it 116-111. They snap the Rockets' 9-game winning streak. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. Oklahoma City, best record in the NBA, sits at number 1. Houston at number 2. The Denver Nuggets, 1 game back from Houston at number 3, Zeke. When you have this written out, I mean, the Houston Rockets have been rolling recently, but the Denver Nuggets right there.
Well, again, this is when the champions start to wake up and say, okay, we know we got March, right? We got April, May, June. This is when they start, like, you know, shaking off the cobwebs and saying, all right, let's get ready. And Denver down the stretch, they know how to win basketball games. And I just think the West is going to be a bear. I really do. I think it's going to be really tough.
I think for me, and just to piggyback on that, when I got traded to the Cavaliers, I was coming from Orlando, so I was already shipping my car. So I was like, we ain't making the playoffs. When I got traded there, first couple weeks, you know, February, once March and April hit, we went from some dogs to some wolves.
Yeah.
And Coach wouldn't even let us practice versus each other because the intensity was different. Like, I thought Bron and Kyrie were very serious during the season, and then all of a sudden it was time to prepare for the playoffs.
Yeah.
I said, oh, y'all different. I said, y'all different.
Yeah.
But these guys, Denver's starting to show that they different also.
Yeah, Denver's different. Rockets are different. OKC.
We're going to make mistakes. I don't want a perfect team. I am far from perfect. But what I do want is a team that is just committed to one another and just leave it all out there. And we did that today for 48 minutes, and we're able to take down the number 2 team in the West. And proud of our guys for that. And now, obviously, it gets no easier with 10 games to go, a back-to-back tomorrow night. And hopefully we can go home with a 5-game homestand and find a way to protect our home court.
Coach, I was just wondering, how soon after Portland did you decide to start DeAndre Jordan tonight? He hadn't played in 10 games. I was wondering what led to the decision?
Well, 2 things. DJ was going to start in Portland. And with Klingon, they're rebounding. And then Klingon was a late scratch, so we went small. And knowing that Houston was elite offensive rebounding team, and with us being without Nikola Jokic, and knowing they were going to play Şengün and Adams, I knew DJ was going to play. And I made the decision soon thereafter that game that DJ is one of our best defensive rebounders. He's one of our best rim protectors. And if we're getting our butts kicked on the glass, let me put out one of our biggest, strongest guys that has a very impressive 17-year resume. And special day for DeAndre because this is where he's from, playing in front of a lot of family and friends, and 15 rebounds, 12 defensive, 4 assists, a steal, did a lot of really good things for us. So I'm happy for DJ and proud of him.
How much do you think him as a screener helps Jamal get open in situations too?
Yeah, and not only setting great screens, but if you ever really watch DJ, as he's coming up to set the screen, he's making eye contact with the small. He's looking to flip the screen at the last second. that makes it so much harder for the on-ball defender to navigate. Am I sending him left? Am I sending him right, middle, down, whatever the case may be? So he's a guy that will usually lead us in screen assists, getting guys open, because against that defense, Jamal's not going to have 39 just going one-on-one. You have to find ways to give Jamal Murray room to operate and give him some separation. And Jamal had a special night, but I thought his teammates did a hell of a job in terms of getting him open. But again, 9 turnovers against that team is really impressive.
Is there something you see with Jamal where you know he's got it going that night?
Yeah, I mean, the first quarter, obviously, when he just doesn't ease his way into the game, when he comes out into the first quarter and tries to impose his will. And he did that tonight. I ran him the whole first quarter, I believe, because he was scoring at such a high clip, and I felt if I took him out, we may have a hard time scoring without his offensive juice. But yeah, we've said it for a long time. An aggressive Jamal Murray is a very effective Jamal Murray, and that was great to see him have that type of a game. And it's also my job to make sure he can't have 10 field goal attempts in a game. I mean, that's not Jamal's fault. That's my fault. That's his teammates' fault. We got to get Jamal Murray more than 10 shots, and he got 28 up tonight, and that's the ballpark he should be living in.
How did you see Aaron Gordon step up, particularly in the fourth quarter for you guys?
Yeah, he made a huge shot. You know, they were making a run. I think it was 4.4 on the shot clock, baseline out of bounds. Drew up a little play. A couple of options. They took away our first option, and Aaron was able just to, ISO at the nail and make a big shot. So 13, 4 boards, 8 assists, and 1 steal and no turnovers. Timely plays. We found him in the middle against their zone. They played a lot of zone tonight. And it's just when you can get Aaron the ball in the middle of the floor, it's a calming influence. He can score, he can facilitate, he can make plays. And it was fun to watch all of our guys bounce back, from a tough loss, disappointing loss in Portland.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
He mentioned DeAndre Jordan, who did not play in Portland, plays 38 minutes tonight, most minutes he's gotten since 2018.
Wow.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
It's been 7 years.
And it's a tribute to him keeping himself ready, right?
He's going to be sore tomorrow.
He is.
You know what? And it's a back-to-back tomorrow against the Chicago Bulls.
Who are already in Denver, by the way.
You're exactly right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that game, Chicago, because the Nuggets won. More in store here on Nuggets post-game live when we...
That dunk was completed. It was awesome.
I jumped off the couch several times tonight because I was watching that CSU finish. Talk about heartbreaking.
Yeah.
My goodness. Apologies to the Rams, but what a great season and what a tough way to lose. Anyway, back to the Nuggets. Let's go to Toyota Center, the locker room, where Peyton Watson is talking to Scott Hastings.
Xin chào tất cả các bạn đã đến với kênh YouTube của mình. Kênh YouTube của mình là kênh chuyên sáng tạo nội dung cắt dán này các bạn này. Nội dung cắt dán. Đây trước mặt của mình đây là nơi làm việc của mình này. Bao lại nơi làm việc của mình. Còn thì có những sản phẩm của mình đã làm xong rồi này. Làm xong. Cắt dán hoàn chỉnh rồi. Rất nhiều sản phẩm. Rất nhiều sản phẩm của bạn. Và để tạo ra được những sản phẩm đẹp như này cho các bạn xem thì mình sẽ cần những dụng cụ như sau. Đây là những giấy thủ công màu của mình này. Giấy thủ công màu rất nhiều màu sắc. Mình sẽ chọn là một số màu sắc này cho các bạn xem nha. Đây là một số những màu tiêu biểu để mình tạo ra những sản phẩm như thế này. Và để tạo ra những sản phẩm này thì mình sẽ cần những dụng cụ phụ hỗ trợ như là bút dạ này, bút dạ để mình